Okay, let's see. Moving on here. Brennan Smith. Bill Whittle is. This is a convergent and divergent thing. We have many platforms for conservative thought, your site, CRTV, Daily Wire, Town Hall, etc. Would it be better for conservatives to come together into a single media conglomerate that serves as a hub and thereby have stronger influence in the culture? And since you encourage more of us to join the movement, how do we start and gain ground in this crowded, underfunded, underrepresented environment? Great, great question. There is talk going around about doing something like that. No one's approached me about it, but there has been talk about combining things like the Blaze and CRTV and all the rest of it. And I think that would be a terrible idea unless they're ready to take me on and pay me an enormous salary, in which case I think it's a brilliant idea. No, it's a great idea. There's enough of us out here doing quality work, I think, that we could do 24-hour channel or the same kind of rerun schedule that other channels have and really be terrific. And it would be great to have everybody in one place. And it would be great if our subscribers and our members, or some of you, didn't have to decide between which one is it going to be, Conservative Review, Daily Wire. They're all asking for money, and it would be great. But I don't know if I don't know how they would fund it. It would work over time. But between now and then, there would be a period, I think, where so you basically need somebody gigantic to come in and put, $50 million or 20 or something like that into it, so that it had a guaranteed lifespan of 3 years. And so that, I think, would be a great solution. It's a great question, and I'd love to do it. I think it would be the absolute smart thing to do. However, the internet is kind of fractured. Now, to the second part of your question about how do you get into this, one of the reasons that I'm so fascinated by this Star Citizen thing is that the big numbers. Let me start by saying this. I probably could make a fairly decent living if I did nothing but edit together cat videos and post them on the internet and get the ad revenues. And I'm not joking either. I'm not being facetious. I mean it. I really do. If I was putting together a daily top 10 list and getting 700,000 views a day, that turns into real money in terms of advertising income just from YouTube. So starting conservative political commentary in the way that I do it, or Crowder does it, or anything else, I don't know. I don't know how you would do that other than to be really good. I'm much more interested in where are things going and how do you reach people without them knowing that they're being reached. That's why I'm so completely fascinated by this idea. And we're going to see soon enough, because it's actually time to get some videos out there. So T-Dog Lau says Watch Mojo does that. Watch Mojo basically just puts together a list of something every day, and they're usually getting 1 million hits or more, something like that. That adds up. That's real money. And so to answer your question, I suspect somebody who's as young as you appear to be would want to get into this in a way that I don't really know if I can advise you about. But I would say that with a high degree of certainty that your future, Brennan, is not of standing in front of a green screen and just talking and issuing facts for 6 or 7 minutes. It's something else. Now, it's been such a busy week for me that I haven't had a chance to do this yet, but about 2 months ago, not quite that long, maybe 6 weeks, something like that, I did a TPUSA event down in Irvine, and it was most of it was question and answer. And I asked the kids there to ask me the kind of questions that they were getting asked. And I asked them to ask it in the same kind of tone, same kind of moral, condescension tone, this preening sort of, and this, accusatory kind of thing. And so they did. They gave me a bunch of questions, and I just knocked them, really hit them hard. And so I took those 9 answers and I broke them down and cut them into 9 individual pieces. And the shortest one's probably about 2 minutes, and the longest one's probably 5. But TPUSA wants their content to be 1 minute or less. That's not achievable. I don't think you can really ask a question and answer it to any degree in 1 minute, but I could do it in 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 9 answers and I'm going to cut them down to the bones, to the bare bones, because I tend to repeat myself. And so the answer is to basically cut them down as much as possible, because often I'll say what I just said. And so I think we need to just make them as short as possible, because I often meander around and say the same thing many times. So only reason I say that was it's live and it got a lot of reaction and so on, and it's kind of a fun thing to do. So we'll see.